Understanding brawler matchups and when to play specific brawlers in certain situations are the two most important aspects of ranked. That's the only way you're gonna increase your chances of winning the game by like 75%, get a better draft than the other team. So in today's video, we're gonna be going over exactly that. This is gonna be a 3-step process. Let's hop into it, not waste any time. Let's go. So starting off with tanks, they counter support brawlers because support brawlers do like no damage and tanks have way too much HP. Tanks also counter most assassins because assassins have to come up close and tanks just do more damage. Tanks are good to play on Brawl Ball and Hot Zone, and they're also good when they're paired up with the support brawlers. For example, if your team has a Frank and Bull, with your last pick you can choose a Byron and just heal them and they're basically unkillable. Moving on to assassins, they counter throwers. That's pretty obvious. Edgar versus Dynamite just isn't fair. And assassins can also counter snipers when they have their super because then they can get right beside them and get the kill. Assassins are good as the last pick as you can counter your enemies, but they're not good with the first pick because there's so many counters to assassins. They're also a sneaky option in knockout or bounty. For example, if the enemy chooses Tick, Piper, and Brock, you could just choose a Leon, go invisible, and easily team wipe. Finally, they're also really good on Brawl Ball for sneaky goals. Going over to support brawlers, they don't counter anyone, but they're really good on controllable modes like a Hot Zone, and they're also a really good option as your last pick if your team has tanks. Going over to controllers, now they don't really get countered by anyone. For example, Gale doesn't have a counter, Griff doesn't have a counter, Bo doesn't have a counter, and because of this, they're really good option as your first pick, and they're also good on controllable modes like Hot Zone and Gem Grab. Moving on to damage dealers, they counter tanks because you can easily shred them when they try to come up close, and they also feed your super, which is amazing, and damage dealers are really good in heist, which is pretty obvious. Going over to snipers, they can counter tanks when tanks don't have their super, since you can just keep your range and easily hit your shots, and they're also good in modes where you need to stay alive, for example bounty and knockout. And something a lot of players don't know is some snipers are actually really good on heist. For example, maps like Bridge 24 or Kaboom Canyon, you can easily just choose Angelo, choose Piper, and you'll win the game. And finally, moving on to throwers, they counter support brawlers because these brawlers don't really have any wall break ability. For example, Poco can't break walls, Pam can't break walls, Doug can't break walls, and throwers are a really good option as your last pick if the enemy has no wall breakers and there's a good amount of walls on the map. So now that you know everything you need to know about brawler matchups, when to play specific classes in every game mode, we're going to be hopping into an example draft so you can put everything you learned into use. You can pause the video, understand who you should ban, who you should pick, how the map looks like. Let's hop into it. So we're going to press play. Let's see what map we get. So we get Heist Kaboom Canyon. Examine the map, understand how many bushes there are, how many walls there are, how much water there is, understand the map, and now let's see who gets the first pick. That's the next thing you should be thinking about. Who gets the first pick? We're on the blue side, red team starts, so they get the first pick. It's Heist Kaboom Canyon. The enemy team has the first pick, so who should we ban? We should ban the best brawler on this map. Who is the best brawler on this map? Let's press play. The reason why we're banning the best brawler on the map is because they have the first pick. We don't want them to get the best brawler, so let's skip forward. And the best brawler we're gonna ban Melody. The reason why we ban Melody is because her super is absolutely insane. She has a hypercharge. She can absolutely melt the safe. They ban Melody. They shouldn't have banned Melody. They have the first pick. They could have went Melody, but that's perfectly fine. They ban Melody, they ban Chuck, they ban Nita, so they have the first pick. Let's see who they go, and they choose Miko. So now you have to understand, why did they choose Miko? Well, Miko has this star power that makes him do like 4,000 damage per hit on the high safe. What this person's trying to do is literally just hop over the walls, get to the high safe, hit it twice, and then basically die and repeat that process. So like I said, damage dealers are really good on heist, but you also have to understand who they chose. They chose Miko, and there's also water on this map. Miko can't attack anyone that's on water, and like I explained, there are some snipers that are good on heist. Angelo was one of them. Angelo counters Miko, and he's also good in heist, so you should definitely pick Angelo here. Another brawler you can choose is Colt because Colt just does so much damage. He's a really good damage dealer. So right now we have Colt that can melt their safe, and then we have Angelo, who's a good brawler on this map, and it also counters their first pick. So right now we're definitely winning the draft right here. Let's skip forward. They choose Dynamite. That may be one of the worst picks you could have made. I mean, we saw this map, there wasn't that many walls, it was literally open, and you shouldn't have chose Dynamite. That was a really bad pick. There's also a lot of bushes, and when there's a lot of bushes, that means tanks can be played on that map. So for example, if there's a ball in the bush, I mean, Dynamite basically can't even enter the bush, so that was a really dumb pick there. So now let's press play. They have the next pick. They choose Colt. What? They choose Crow, and Crow is definitely a really good pick on this map just because this hypercharge can do like 50% on the safe. It's literally OP. The only thing is we have Angelo, and Angelo with his super can one-shot a Crow, so that's kind of good for us, but still Crow is definitely one of the best brawlers on this map, so that was a good pick. And with our last pick, we choose, let's see, so we choose Clancy. Clancy is actually a really good pick because as we explained, what Miko is trying to do is literally just rush the safe, get 2 shots off, die, and continue that process. Now if Clancy has a super, Miko can't do anything. Clancy pops a super, Miko won't even be able to get to the safe. We definitely have the draft. We have a Clancy super for offense, we have a Clancy super for defense to defend against the Miko. We have Angelo who literally counters Miko. Miko can't even hit the Angelo. Then we have Colt who can destroy the enemy safe. We definitely have the draft. What happens? We have the draft, we absolutely destroy them. You can see the stats right here: 13 and 4, 12 and 8, 11 and 12. All of them went negative. They barely did any damage. We absolutely destroyed them. If you have the draft, you'll easily win the game. So now we're going to be hopping into a ranked game inside Mythic League. Now this is only like the 3rd day of ranked, so the competition is going to be pretty high, but we're going to absolutely destroy the draft and get the easy dub. Let's hop into it. Easy dubs, let's go. So hopping into this game, we get Brawl Ball Sneaky Fields, and like we said, tanks are pretty good on Brawl Ball. This map also has a lot of bushes, so that means tanks are definitely going to be good. The other thing we have to worry about is tank counters. Obviously tanks are popular. There's going to be some counters. We're just going to ban Buzz here. Buzz obviously has that gadget where you can just like see through a lot of bushes, and there's a lot of bushes on this map. Now they have the first pick, so now we just have to see who they go. Who do they choose? Don't just think like, oh, I'm going to choose Lou. No, we have to see what they go. We have to try to understand who counters what brawlers they choose. Okay, so they choose Meg, which is a pretty good pick. I'm guessing they're gonna have vision gear. So now my teammate wants to maybe go El Primo or something. We should definitely have, I think, one tank, especially on this map, but we should also have a tank counter. So Lou is pretty good. I'm also thinking Spike. Spike super can cover, like, it can block off a lot of intersections on this map. My teammate goes Stu. That's really not that good of a pick, and then my teammate just chooses El Primo right away. The reason why Stu isn't that good is because tanks have a lot of HP. Stu barely does any damage. If they just choose like Frank and then Bull here, Stu basically won't be able to do anything, and they already have a Meg, and Meg does have a good amount of HP. That was kind of a bad pick. El Primo wasn't bad, but there's definitely better tanks. They choose Buster, which is a pretty good pick. We do have the last pick, so I guess we can counter them. So right here we can choose like Colette or something because both of them have a good amount of HP. We can also choose Gale. Let's just see who their last pick is. We can also choose Otis. Otis is a really underrated brawler. Let's see. So they choose Sandy. That's a pretty good pick. So they do have like basically 2 tanks, so I'm guessing going maybe like a tank counter. I might actually choose Spike. The thing is, Sandy does pierce through Spike's cactus, but Spike is pretty good on this map anyway, so I'm thinking of going Spike. I'm just gonna choose Spike here. I think Spike is a pretty good pick. Spike does a lot of damage to tanks, and also tanks don't really do that good into Spike super, so I think Spike is a pretty good pick here. I don't think Stu's that good of a pick. El Primo could have been better, but I think Spike is pretty good. My teammates kind of messed that up. They may actually have the draft here, but let's just see what happens. So hopping into this game, I kind of have to carry because my teammates kind of messed up, so let's just see what happens. We should go mid. Our teammate should go lane, but it looks like he just doesn't want to go lane, and now there's a Sandy that's literally free, so they're gonna move the ball up. They're actually gonna move it on the left side, so you can see right here Spike does do a lot of damage. I should have put vision gear on, but that's perfectly fine. It looks like I might die here. We do get that hit off. We do have super. We also get Meg out of her form. Our teammate goes down. We're probably just gonna super this Buster here. He is gonna die. We get that kill. Our teammate is kind of feeding. I mean, the Sandy is gonna basically have unlimited supers because our teammate picked El Primo, and like we explained, I mean, you could get super so fast if the enemies choose tanks. So we're gonna move up on this left side. Hopefully they don't know I'm here. We don't get a hit on the Sandy, but they are all backed up. Teammate pops hypercharge. We also have hypercharge, so we're gonna pop it right here. Okay, we pop it. They're gonna move up on the left side. We hit them twice. Can we get another hypercharge? No, we do not get another one. I mean, our teammate's kind of feeding Meg, which is bad. He's gonna pop that. Okay, my teammates may be in bronze. What was that? That made no sense. They do have a Sandy. They're probably gonna stun. They also get hypercharge, which is really bad. We get a hit off there. They're one shot, but they survive. So I do have my super so I can block it off. It's gonna throw it right here on the ball. We do hit the Meg, which is amazing. We hit them again. So you can see, I mean, Spike is really good on this map, especially into their picks. And it looks like they might both die. Okay, hold up. We're gonna throw this here. We're gonna throw that there. We get that kill. Another one dies. We might actually be able to score here. We're gonna pop a hyper charge. He does have super, which is bad. If he didn't have super, we maybe could have done something. We got another kill. So we're playing really well. I need my teammates to pick it up a little bit. You can see I can block that entire intersection. That's why Spike is pretty good on this map. Teammate supers is up and we score. So amazing stuff there. Sandy once again has super. Sandy's always gonna have super because we have El Primo. They have super. We're gonna throw this on the ball. There's only 14 seconds left. That's gonna take some time off. So you can see right there, if I get another super, I can block this entire intersection. And we are chilling. We're chilling. We win the game. We're just gonna pop this. I mean, we already won the game. And we're just gonna go like this and we win the game. Here we go. We win the game. We kind of went off there. You can see why Spike is really good. They have Meg, they have Buster. Spike does pretty good into tanks. Spike can also block off a lot of intersections with the super, and there's 3 main intersections on this map. There's left, middle, right. So really good pick with the Spike there. And the Meg isn't moving. Okay, there we go. They are moving now, which is amazing. Our teammate literally dies right away. We're gonna block off this intersection right here with our super. The Meg does get out of form. I do still have 3 cactuses. We're gonna pop one here so we don't feed any super. Our teammate, okay, he's gonna get into his form, which is bad. Let's see where the ball goes. If it goes right side, I'll block that off. I'm just gonna throw it right here. Okay, they actually passed it really smart, but we almost got that kill. My teammates are literally just dying. I don't know what they're doing. We already get a hyper charge, which is amazing. We're just gonna throw this right about there. He's gonna get pushed back, which is amazing. We get control. Our El Primo dies once again. He goes for the goal. He gets the goal. That was an amazing shot. Oh my gosh, that was actually an amazing shot. We're gonna block this middle right away so they can't push middle. Obviously they're trying to, but we block it, which is amazing. We're gonna be wary of that pull. We almost get another hyper charge. We're gonna throw that over there so we can block that entire section off. And that Meg is almost dead. There is a Buster here. They might actually be able to score this. He does have pull. We saw that. Okay, he's gonna pull me. Oh, they're gonna score this. Yep, they scored. They have too much HP. Unless teammate picks it up and kicks it. Okay, he could have kicked it. He just doesn't kick it. And they score. I don't know what that was by our Stu. He makes an insane play. Then he just doesn't kick the ball. We already get around halfway to our super. I don't know what my teammates are doing. They're both like going right side. And now this Buster basically has full control. And our teammate dies once again. And our Stu dies. Alright, amazing stuff. We're gonna throw this on the ball just so he can't pick it up. He's probably gonna pull me. We're gonna use this wall so he doesn't pull me all the way. We don't get some hits there. We're almost dead, but we almost get that kill. We're gonna throw this there. Teammate, that's a free kill. Come on. Oh. What are my teammates doing? I don't know what's happening. We get a hyper charge already. We're gonna throw this in the middle. Our teammate jumps there. There is a Sandy or a Buster on the side. That should be a goal. That literally should be a goal. I blocked off the middle. There's no way you don't score that. There we go. We get the goal. Next goal wins. We're playing really good right now. We're gonna pop this right away. Okay, teammate gets hyper charge. He doesn't even have his super. I don't know why he popped it there. Okay, he does get him out. There is a Meg here. They pop super. Okay, wait. We're gonna super right here. We're gonna pop a cactus. Wait. Is everyone dead? Wait.
Hold up.
We get the goal. Oh my gosh, we actually won that game. We literally just won that game. That was actually really close. We went set. What? Excuse me. Yes, he got 12 kills, but he died 13 times. I did 20,000 more damage. Our Stu went 3 and 12 and the 63,000 damage. You can see right there, I said it in the beginning, Stu is not a good pick, and you can see from the stats, 63,000 damage, 3 and 12. Huh? What is going on? El Primo wasn't a bad pick, but there were better tanks like I explained, and we get to Mythic 2. We get a rank star drop. Let's see what we get. Come on, give me a skin.
Bruh.
But there you guys have it. You can see exactly how good Spike was into their matchup and how bad Stu was. If you understand the draft, understand brawler matchups, when to play specific classes in every game mode, your chance of winning the game will definitely increase by like 50-75%. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Remember to leave a like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to never miss any future videos.